Hey lovies, welcome or welcome back to my channel, Aries Only, where I channel messages for Aries only. Today we're doing a moon reading. We're gonna see what's going on with this full moon in Scorpio. It's been a little bit intense. I feel like it's very heated. Things could be coming to the surface. I have some pre-shuffled oracle cards that I'm going to put to the side here. I'm going to go ahead and grab the cards quick. If you want to fast forward, feel free. Let me just grab these cards so I can get everything out on the table and talk about everything at once, okay? So what do we need to release, Aries? What does Aries need to release right now? Okay, supermoon. And what does Aries... What's getting ready to... What needs to be seen by Aries right now? What needs to be seen? Okay. Fixed moon, hold your vision. And what is getting ready to emerge for Aries? Okay. Oop, not that. It was take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. This card was it's time to take action, new moon in Aries. So that just popped out. I grabbed it by accident. It wasn't the card that flipped. Okay. And what does Aries need to release? Okay, direction. What needs to be seen? That's too many. What needs to be seen by Aries right now? What is Aries? Is this moon bringing the Aries attention right now? Prudence. Don't be lured by the siren song. And what is getting ready to emerge for Aries? Empathy. There's more beneath the surface with stillness on the bottom. All right, I'm just going to grab a few tarot cards and then lay out my pre-shuffles. So, let's see. I'm just going to straighten that out quick. What is going to be the most harmonious aspects of the moon for Aries? The Two of Wands. Okay. What is going to be the most harmonious? Oh my god, what happened? Alright, I put the Two of Wands in by accident. I didn't mean to pick that one up, but okay. I guess we'll just go with these because they came out together. I don't know. But Two of Wands, remember that. Let's put you like right there. And what is going to be the most challenging aspect of this moon for Aries? That is 3. The Knight of Pentacles. With the Page of Swords. Okay. With the Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck overall. Okay. Let me just set out these pre-shuffles and then we will start this reading finally. We have Cartouche, Divine Names of Power. We have Compassion. Compassion. It says, be gentle with yourself. Forgiveness will set you free. See the light in yourself and others. We also have Transformation, number 53. Cornucopia. Number 11. And number 16, Freaking Beautiful. It is better to be absolutely ridiculous than absolutely boring. All right, guys. So what is going on here? So it looks like overall, there's something about the way that you're looking at yourself and others that's going to be changing. Your vision's going to be changing, or your perception's going to be changing. I feel like you're transitioning with this transformation card, like you're transitioning into like a softer energy, like what is getting ready to emerge, this energy of empathy, taking time to breathe out. It's almost making me think of yoga, take time to breathe, like a lot of things in yoga. I mean, I do, uh, I watch like Yoga with Adriene, and a lot of her videos, like she talks a lot about breath, like I'm trying to think, the lion's breath, the ujjayi, like I don't even remember what that is, but I just remember the name. But it's making me think of yoga, that's what I'm saying. But like like having a more zen approach to life, you know, like trying to integrate that stillness and calm waters, everything becomes clear. It's almost trying to get centered, trying to maybe get a hold of yourself here, because we have what needs to be released. Emotions are running high. um Maybe you're somebody that is very quick to anger. I'm thinking because we have this Scorpio full moon. Scorpio is ruled by Mars. Aries is also ruled by Mars. Scorpio is also ruled by Pluto. So, um, anyway, but it's also ruled by Mars. So anyway, I think of anger when I think of Mars more so than like crying and things like that. But you could be somebody that's quick to anger. We have the Knight of Wands. So but this is, Knight of Wands is representing like a harmonious aspect of this moon for you. So maybe you're gonna maybe like find a way to like channel this feisty, like angry energy into something like a sport or a workout. I mean, I was getting yoga right away, but I don't know. I feel like, because I feel like the reason that I feel like something like is bothering you about having these like, remember how I was saying at the beginning, like you get heated, or there's something about like things getting heated. Maybe something's gonna like reach like a boiling point or something like that with people. Maybe you're going to get in an argument with somebody, or maybe you have like a long-standing grudge against somebody and you're going to think about forgiveness. We have this talking about forgiveness will set you free. So it's almost like you might be feeling like you're just like, oh, I'm letting my emotions like run rampant, or I'm just being a little mean sometimes, or I'm too quick to anger. I want to try to control my anger, like with the breath and things. Like, I feel like this is like a pretty cohesive message. Is like emotions are running high with the super moon, and then it's hold your vision with the fixed moon, which is like, which makes me think about almost like being stubborn, holding a grudge and things like that. And then it's like take time to breathe out, like trying to like counteract that energy with like a little empathy, a little bit of flow, a little bit of release, like trying to release it, trying to breathe out, trying to let things like simmer down and things like that. Like, yeah, make the waters more calm, like this card was talking about here, which is like the overall energy. And I feel like there's like a message here about you as a person, like recognizing that like you have a kind, loving heart, and that's who you are. But it's like something that you could struggle with is like maybe being such a soft, compassionate person, and not soft in the way of weak, but you have a soft heart. Like but you're maybe somebody that has had to like build like a barrier around your heart in order to like protect it. Like, because you've like realized that it's like a world, like a tough world out there. It's a hard world. Like, you could have struggled, like, you know, being soft because people could have tried to take advantage of you, or you could like maybe get discouraged and feel like the way that you are, like people don't respect, or like, or they're not maybe like attracted to things like people like you. You know, you hear that, those sayings like nobody likes a nice girl, or like nice guys finish last, where it's like you're almost like ridiculed for being nice. Like you're looked at as like, oh, they're nice. Like it's just like it boring. Like nice equates to boring sometimes, or something. Like, you know, there's like that stigma in society, kind of. So it's like you see maybe people that are mean or even colder, like kind of treating people like shit or whatever. Um, like getting what they want. Like let's talk like as if it's love, you know. And you see like people treating other people like shit. Maybe you like somebody and then you see somebody else treating them like shit and they like pick them over you, and it can feel a little discouraging, especially because you're like, oh, I would have, you know, never treated them like that, you know, or oh, if I even, maybe it's even like if you had the choice, like, okay, you could have this person, but you have to be mean to them. Like, you'd be like, oh my God, no, like, I couldn't do it even if I could get what I want. Like, it's just, you're pure. I'm getting that you're a very pure person and you struggle with that. And maybe you even try to imitate that, like, cold, like, approach, or like being distant, or being, you know, what's that song? Like, boys only like love if it's torture. Like, you know, almost like try to like be a bitch or be whatever, like be a little bit, have like a rougher approach. And but it rings false, like to yourself, it like comes through as false. Maybe people kind of like it doesn't ring as authentic, and people like maybe pick up on it, and even that doesn't work. So it's just very discouraging overall. It's almost like you try to fit in with the world and just be what you think people want you to be. But I feel like not for long. I feel like it's not something that you can really keep up with. That's what this card talks about with this mask. It's better to be absolutely ridiculous and absolutely boring. I feel like you could maybe, there's that stigma of being boring, but I don't think you're actually a boring person. And I feel like you could be a very deeply emotional, like wise kind of a person, like pure. I'm not getting that you're boring. Like, and maybe some people might think you're boring, or, you know, just like you think some people are boring, but, you know, other people won't, like the right people. I don't know, but I feel like there's some message, yes, about like your magic, like lies in your loving heart. Like there is some, because there's almost like this feeling of like compassion and loving, and like making this change into like accepting who you authentically are. This card, Cartouche, Divine Names of Power, it's all about like owning who you are, owning that like owning that like you have like a sort of powerful gift. Like, you know, your compassionate heart is a gift. Like, it's not something that is, I feel like you see it as a weakness, but it's actually like going to like, in a way, I think like help you like align with certain things. Like this card talks about like, oh, whether it be like romantic love or like financial freedom, like whatever, it's like this is like you can get all of the above, your wishes can come true. There's something about like owning who you are, like really sinking into that and just like living from that space, like seeing the world through those eyes. It's gonna like align you with what you want. I'm like getting a vibe like that. It's time to like let go of maybe even trying to be this like Knight of Wands energy. um I feel like that's maybe why it's going to feel so harmonious, because it's just going to be easy for you to like let go of like something that's false. Like for instance, if you're like a guy watching and you try to be in like a player energy, but like really like it doesn't make you feel good to like play with people's emotions and stuff, but it is working for you to like with the ladies, like, you know what I mean? What was it? I was just reading in the book I was just reading, the Ink Black Heart. It was so good. But let me take a sip of my water. But they were talking about those like pickup artists and how they like negging, it's called, when you like kind of say something negative to like a girl to make them want to like get into your good graces again and get your approval, you know, something like that, where it's like maybe, you know, that doesn't feel right to you, to kind of almost like manipulate people. Maybe like you can manipulate people if you really wanted to, but it's like you don't really like it even if you have the ability. There's something here about like having power and like using your power for good instead of evil. Not that you would be using it for evil, but not, that's probably like a bad way to put it, but I don't know. It's like I feel like your voice is very powerful. So it's, and like when you talk, people listen. So it's like using your power for good. Like it could mean on like a platform or like a stage or like about some serious issues and like on social media, but it could also just mean like within your friend group, at work, like, you know, the water cooler, like everyone's like, oh, like that girl's a bitch, like that girl looks like she is dirty. Like I remember one time, like I said this about a girl, like I don't even remember her name, like she worked with us for like a week, this is like years ago, like it's me over a decade ago when I used to live in Florida. But she came to work and like, I mean, it looked like her dog had like slept on her shirt for like a week. I mean, there was so much dog hair on it. Like, I mean, I have 4 animals, like I have hair on me too all the time, but this was just like, oh my God. I said it to this girl, Marcy, that I worked with, who was like like literally the nicest person. And I was just like, oh my God, did you see that girl's sweatshirt? Like, da 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 da. Just like, you know, like everyone does. And she's like, oh, maybe she doesn't have a lint brush. Maybe we should get her one. And like, she didn't say anything to me like, oh, that's fucked up that you're saying that. Like, you know, blah, blah, blah. But just like by her saying that, I felt like a little twinge of like shame a little bit. You know what I mean? Where I was like, why did I say that? That isn't nice. Like, why would I, you know? And I feel like there is like that kind of like people gossip to bonds, especially like in a group of women. Like, I feel like that's normal to do. I don't know if men really do that or not, but I know women do. Um, and I feel like, you know, that's what I was saying, like your voice is powerful and like you could be the Marcy of your group. Like, you know what I mean? Like you could be the person to like talk good about people behind their back, like lead by example. Because I feel like you would know, like if it feels off to you later where you're just like, ugh, like I don't feel right doing this. Like stuff like that. Like that's like one example, but like it's just like these little ways that you can use your voice to have like a more like positive, like powerful impact on the world, whether on a grand scale or just in your everyday life or both, you know? But I feel like you're the type that could be very engaging when you talk. Like people really listen to you. It's like you could be very I don't know, theatrical maybe, but it's just like your words have like a certain gravity to them. And I feel like um if you're just going to sort of like, maybe you have been lately, like I feel like there's something that's been going on lately where you've been um maybe like not peer pressure but kind of just like going with the crowd, you know. And I feel like spirit's like, that's not you. Like, and you know it. And I feel like just like we have this transformation card, but I feel like it's not like, oh, you're losing everything and, you know, going to transform through your pain. It's a number 53. So I see a number 3 here, also an 8 that, you know, reduces to an 8 in numerology. So I feel like it's almost like a more expansive, abundant transformation. It's like your heart is expanding. I feel like your heart is expanding and changing in a positive way, especially if you let it. And this is like, yeah, what do you need to see? That don't be lured by the siren song, and like really think about what you're seeing in your everyday life. Don't just be kind of like on autopilot. Like make sure that like, you know, like let your heart's purity take the wheel and like look through the eyes of like compassion and like just the way you feel in your heart, like have that same like vision. Um, and like, you know, when you start seeing the world like that, when you start like see the light in yourself and others, like, and a lot of that comes down to a lot of times, like, you know, we're looking at the world at the way we see ourselves. You know, it's a projection. It's I don't know, it just I feel like, and they say that's like when you're like looking in the mirror and your healing journey and all that, like it's like whenever, that's like a good place to start, is to look at your relationship to other people and see it as like indicative of the way that you feel about yourself, like that's you projecting out what you feel about yourself. So it's like, try to notice that, try to see like what similarities, like someone that you really don't like and you can't stand, maybe that's someone you've been like talking bad about or complaining about or whatever, and just try to be like, like, you know, like do I have any similarities with this person, even if it was you in the past, you know, do I share something, is there something that reminds me of me, like the way I used to be, or even the way I still am sometimes, I don't want to face in the mirror. Like it's a lot of times it's something like that, you know. But do you know that like Holopono Ono, I know I'm saying that wrong, but it's where you say like, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Like, so whenever you have a feeling maybe of, oh, I really can't stand that person, like try to just say that over and over again and like let the feeling kind of come up and like dissipate. Like that's what I kind of get from this empathy with this take time to breathe out. It's like really like, I don't know, I really like that Holopono. Like, do it immediately. Like even if you're at work, just try to do it quickly in your head. Like, I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Like, just that little mantra, say, and that's what this cartouche talks about, having a mantra or a sound or something like that that you can use to like get yourself back on track. Like this card also talks about being pure of spirit and things like that. So you're very powerful. I feel like your words are powerful, and I feel like it's I don't know. I feel like it can be easy to just like go along with the crowd, but I also feel like you know, if you have been doing that, that it doesn't feel right for you, it doesn't sit right with you, and it's not really you. And I think you're trying to like get back to a more authentic place. So, all right, let's see what else we can get. Let's just grab some number. Oh my God, I'm gonna like light myself on fire. See if your spirit guides have any other messages for you. What is the message for Aries from their spirit guides right now? We have 7777 and 999. All right. So this says, change of perspective, reflection, inner strength, wisdom, and enlightenment. There's a need for a change of perspective on whatever has taken over you now. If you want to succeed, you need to keep going down the road you're on. Reach for the wisdom within, and then you'll just know what the next right step is. And then we have 999, release, balance, finances, success, wealth, cycles. What goes around comes around. Your current circumstances are ending, so you might take advantage of better ones. If you are experiencing a significant change or conclusion, viewing your life as a series of cycles or chapters may be helpful. How can you make room for something new to emerge? So that's kind of reminding me of what goes around comes around, that like when you put out this positive, not even like fake positivity, but just like trying to be like, well, you know, maybe they're having a bad day. Like, you know, yeah, sometimes, you know, I feel fed up with people and I just try to focus on the good people around me. Like, you don't have to really be like, oh, they're not that bad. Because maybe they are. Maybe they're annoying and they're causing trouble at the office and they're like being, you know, trying to cause fights between people. It's annoying. Like, you know, people like that are annoying. Try to do the Ho'oponopono, especially on yourself. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I wanted to mention that. Like, especially like if you slip up and you're just like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. Sometimes it feels good to get it off your chest, you know, like vent about somebody, but then you like feel bad later. Do the Ho'oponopono on yourself. Try just like lay it, you know, especially like when you're laying in bed at night. It's a good practice. It's something that I'm gonna start doing again. I've done it before. But when it's like, if you kind of go through the events of the day in your head and things come up that like make you mad or make you feel even like embarrassed about your own self or what you did, or mad or upset or hurt by other people, it's a good thing to do the Ho'oponopono, like for yourself, for other people. Let it all run through your head and just like cleanse it out. Okay, and then let's see, anything else from your spirit guides? Anything else for Aries? Okay. It says, oh, honestly, I wanted to read this too. This says unique skills. Life goals, mission, sense of self, honesty, and important projects. It's that time of intense self-development. Focus your mind on your craft. You already have what it takes to succeed, but practice makes you a master. It also serves to find your true purpose. Leveling up in your career or business is of priority right now. So I feel like this is more about your purpose and your mission. And like I was saying, your words are powerful, whether it's on a grand scale or not. Maybe you like to write, maybe you have a message, maybe, you know, you're meant to be some sort of force in this world of good. I really feel like you have, like, the magic lies in your heart. Your magic lies in your loving heart is how I would like characterize this reading. This says, you are doing your best and that is enough. Any difficulties you face will not last forever. Release the thoughts and feelings that don't feel good. Focus all of your energy on love, happiness, and your hopes and dreams. Yeah, I feel like it's more about like just shifting the focus to the people and things that you love, and on forgiveness and like healing. How can I heal this? Okay, yes, this is true. Like, instead of being like, oh, I'm so mean, or like, oh, like I hate that bitch, or whatever, being like, you know, how can I like get over this? How can I heal this? How can I make peace with this situation so I can like move on from it, and just not be attached to it anymore and just have more peace in my life, you know? This says, what areas of your life are you avoiding? Are they causing you upset, worry, disrupted sleep? If so, these are the areas you need to focus on. As much as you don't want to, it is necessary. Tackle your demons head on and don't allow them to rule you for a second longer. And let's just get like 2 of these as well. Anything else for Aries? Antelope and a dragonfly. You are being told unequivocally that it's time to get moving. Set your intentions and take action towards making your dreams reality. You have a door in front of you. Trust your instincts here. And the dragonfly is a symbol of light and change. It is reminding you to bring a bit more lightness and joy into your life in order to bring about the changes needed to reach your full potential. Approach things lightly. So, all right, guys, I feel like we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will catch you in the next one, okay? Bye.